between Indiana and Iowa. It's a series that dates back to 1909. Iowa has won 3 straight over the Hoosiers. In fact, this is the Hawkeyes' first visit to Assembly Hall in over 2 years. And it is the Hoosiers who control the tap. They're in the home white. And right away, they go to their main man, Trace Jackson Davis. He gets the double team. Jalen Hood-Schifino misses the 3. Galloway, the triple is short. And here comes Aaron Eulis.
That first possession off the offensive rebound. 2 high-quality looks for Indiana. That post double is going to come early and often. We'll see, can these Hoosiers make the Hawkeyes pay?
Murray, the triple. Count it.
That's a huge shot right there for Chris Murray. Even though he got right scoring it against Michigan State, still just 3 of his last 19 from 3. The post gets it going with the double team, and then that swing on the perimeter, Chris Murray knocking down the 3.
Third leading scorer in the Big Ten, had 30 against Indiana. That was back in January. Again, the double team.
It's going to be all night long and probably on both ends with Rebraca and Trace Jackson Davis. The doubles are going to come, and they're going to have to make plays for other people.
Who said that he and Fran probably not going to get lunch together anytime soon. He said he did the same thing that Fran did. He thinks that he'd be hit with a technical or ejected. He wonders why Fran didn't face more penalties for that stare down, fellas.
Yeah, that was an understatement, Mike Woodson's feelings. You look at Fran McCaffrey there now in his 13th season. Look, he's just 1 victory away from tying Tom Davis for the most regular season Big Ten victories in program history. He's looking for victory number 126. Murray, another triple. Jalen Hood-Schifino, too strong. And there's Murray with the rebound.
Chris Murray is everywhere right now. Knocked down 2 threes and now leading the break.
Here's Rebraca underneath and powers his way in. His father, Kenyon's in here today as well. Inside, they go to Race Thompson now, working on Murray. He likes to spin to that jump hook, and he got it.
Well, he's going to have one-on-one coverage, and they're using his size advantage to go right over the top. A right jump hook over the top of Chris Murray.
Here's Connor McCaffrey. Murray. Back to Perkins.
I love how aggressive Tony Perkins has been. He was fabulous, especially late game, getting on the offensive glass for Iowa.
How about Murray? Spins and knocks it down. He has not missed. 3 for 3 from the field. He's already with 8 points. 10-2 is the score. Thompson backs him in. Rolls out. Murray grabs the board.
How many times have you said that? Once again, Chris Murray leading the break. I mean, he has been everywhere through the first 3 minutes of play.
Rebraca blocked from behind by Thompson, but the foul.
It's a little jump stop, turnaround jumper.
Rebraca makes the first. Look, he had 19 against Indiana in that first game. You know, Iowa trailed by 21 in that game.
And Mike Woodson talked today just about how important he was as a part of that comeback. But Rebraca's been a model of consistency for Iowa this year. 21 of the last 23 games, he's been in double figures. He's really a big-time year for Iowa.
And break the press, and Trace Jackson Davis makes him pay. Here's TJD at the line. Listen, he's had back-to-back 30-point games against the Iowa Hawkeyes.
He's done that to a lot of people. The way he's played this year, I mean, certainly a quiet game by his standards, even though he was in triple-double territory that Purdue game.
Perkins, he knocks down the triple from the corner. Look, he made a career-high 4 3-pointers, finished with 24, and a season-high 9 boards against Michigan State.
Right now, Indiana is just not impacting Iowa's offense whatsoever. Iowa is certainly dictating the terms of this game on both ends right now. Their last 2 road games, 6 of 52 from the 3-point line.
Now, turnover. Eulis, they've got numbers, 3-on-1. Eulis attacks.
Because the Iowa Hawkeyes are more than talented enough to come in here and win.
I don't like all the smiling we had going on here. There's a lot of basketball to be played here. We've got goals, and they want a piece of the Big Ten regular season title.
They need some help for that, but certainly you want to do your part. Right now, a little bit of a sluggish start for the Hoosiers.
Here's Race Thompson, and the reach in on Murray.
Just 10 pounds there.
Is that And you talk about that matchup. Is that because they just try to wear him down?
Well, certainly, yeah. You want to go at scorers, and that's a great drive by Galloway right there. And that's one way to go about it. Make Chris Murray guard, try to wear him out on both ends.
Galloway shooting over 51% on twos.
Last coverage you might see, if you've got wings that can maybe guard, we've got the switch. So if I'm coming to switch on you, as you come off, what are you looking for?
Probably just gonna pull it out a little bit, pull it, and get to work, or depending on, you know, my man, his height or whatever. Like if I was to have Braden Smith on me or something like, or switch on Trace, I'd probably get a mismatch with Trace and, you know, give him the ball.
But if it's me, it's get your game on.
Get my game on. Get
I
to
like
my spot.
it. I like it. I'll say, do not switch with Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Let's see if Iowa doesn't do it.
Put me in the torture chamber out there. Not trying to play one-on-one with this man.
There it is. You saw that hard hedge. Trey Jackson Davis from the corner. Gallo.
They are going to be able to find advantages. If Iowa's going to hard hedge, the Purdue game, it was all drop coverage, and that's why he got to his mid-range game. But here,
what, 48% of his threes.
He's leading the league he's leading the whole league in three-point field goal percentage. Unreal.
He was 3 of 4 against Purdue from distance. There's another turnover and steal. Gallo, and he stepped on the line. Lead is just 6. It was 10 for Iowa. Here's Perkins. Murray got a look. I mean, that's all he needs is just a little bit of space.
No doubt, and that just cannot happen if you're Race Thompson. There's no action right there, and that's what Mike Woodson said to Race. You know, there's no reason for him to be open. He just moves a little bit, and Race Thompson losing track of the best player on the floor for Iowa.
Indiana started 1 for 6. Since then, they've gone 3 for 3 from the field. There's an easy one. Make it 4 for 4. And Trace Jackson Davis slams it home. Here's Rebraca. Jump hook, too strong. Got it back and lays it in.
Boy, it just came right back to him off the back of the iron, and Trace Jackson Davis went up for the rebound, flies right over the top. Rebraca getting a second chance opportunity.
Rebraca set the table against Michigan State. I think he made his first 5 shots against the Spartans. And Miller Kopp knocks down that one.
We've talked a lot about Jalen Hood-Schifino, but also equally as impressive was the performances of Trey Galloway and Miller Kopp at Purdue. And both those guys on both ends of the floor just giving Indiana so much in a huge road win.
Perkins driving, and there's the defense by Galloway. The runner, and the follow, no good. Rebraca clears the board for the Hawkeyes. Here's Murray. He has not missed yet. Oh, the block! So too has Malik Renew for Indiana. He's got the ball now. Scoop Bates is checked in as well.
What a catch.
He's now 6 away from the all-time leading rebounder at Indiana. Perkins probing to Rebraca. 5 on the shot clock. McCaffrey's got to get it up. And it's going to Indiana. Turnover. It's a 5-point lead.
The old Wild West showdown.
Yeah, more on that. Here's Myron.
Weekend, incredible weekend to be an Iowa fan. A lot going on. Obviously, you had to stare down the comeback against Michigan State. The next day, Caitlin Clark hits the big three to beat Indiana. And also, the baseball team at Iowa beat the #1 baseball team in America, LSU, down in Austin, Texas. So, good weekend to be an Iowa Hawkeyes fan.
And let's not forget about Caitlin Clark, the game winner.
Unbelievable game.
Peyton Sanford misses that one. Another rebound for Trace Jackson Davis. Now 5 away from the all-time leading rebounder in Indiana, Houston. There's the alley-oop. And inside to Renew.
Just the presence of mind there. Trace Jackson Davis going up and getting that ball and still finding Malik Renew. Left his feet, but found a cutter at the rim.
Sanford, too strong. And Murray pulls it out.
He has been so productive.
McCaffrey, Rebracha, and Davis did try get tied up.
And wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Peyton Sanford. Had a career high 6 threes in that Michigan State game. And he is not afraid to let it fly.
He can be a little bit streaky, but when he gets it going, he can make them in bunches.
Knocked away by Murray. Dives for it. How about that hustle? Of course, for the Hawkeyes as well. Along with his brother Keegan, who's playing really well for Sacramento. Here's the follow by Trace Jackson Davis.
Philip Rebracha is right there, but if you're not blocking him out and giving full-on energy, he can wear you out over the course of a game. He is going to get to the offensive glass.
You can see Trace Jackson Davis now second all-time rebounder. As Perkins says, shush, he knocks down the jumper.
I just love the mentality that Tony Perkins is playing with. Always in attack mode, is able to get to that mid-range jumper, loves that 15-foot area.
He's got 5. He's 2 of 4 from the field right now. Here's Miller Kopp inside to TJD. 9 minutes until the half. Sanford, he'll pull it, knock it down.
Tough shot right there by Peyton Sanford. That's that Spain action where you're setting a back screen for the roll man. Indiana doing a pretty good job of switching it out. Trey Galloway a little bit off balance, but he was there. It's just Sanford making a big-time play.
Hawkeye 6 of 9 from distance. Miller Kopp, the runner.
Wow, sky hook.
Yeah. Here comes Perkins. McCaffrey cutting the baseline and lays it in.
A really nice back cut. Patrick McCaffrey fumbling that pass. He's able to gather and score it.
Lead is now 11.
Remember, this is an Iowa team that has had such issues scoring on the road. So for them to have 31 right now, McCaffrey has got to be ecstatic with the way Iowa is playing.
On a 7-0 run here over the last minute and 20 seconds. Make it 9-0 as Perkins lays it in with the left hand.
Back-to-back back cuts right there. Initially, it's Patrick McCaffrey. This time, it's Tony Perkins. And Iowa answering Indiana's run with a run of their own.
Largest lead of the night, 13 for the Hawkeyes.
There's that 2-3 zone. Iowa has been in this quite a bit over the last 4 minutes, and Indiana has not solved it yet.
Here's Kopp in the lane, floating.
That's 2 really bad shots by Miller Kopp now.
You know, doing the thing that they love the most.
What's it been like to watch Keegan carve his own path in the NBA, but then here's Chris doing his own thing at this level as well?
No, it's been great. You know, they've always been tied together as twins, and I think the one thing we always talked about is that they're individuals, and people are starting to see the individuality come out in both of them, and their games are different. So for us, it's just a great opportunity for them to grow.
And then lastly, what was it like for them to separate for the first time in their lives with Keegan going to Sacramento and Chris staying here?
There was a lot of tears, probably more from Mom and I than it was for them, but I think they really adjusted. They got a good group of people around them. They got great friends.
Indiana, by the way, last time they scored, 9:57 was on the clock.
Well, think about this statistic, Brian. Iowa has now scored 67 points in their last 19 minutes of play. You think about going back to the last game, and they've been in quite the rhythm here tonight as well.
Murray tried to follow that up, and there's a foul. on Indiana.
The half of one.
Murray knocks down that free throw. 1 of 2 from Murray. He's got 12. He's the game high scorer. Lead is 14.
Iowa really small. No surprise, right to Trace Jackson Davis, but there's the double or even triple team from Iowa.
Here's Kopp. Got it.
Tough shot by Kopp. We haven't seen him play a ton off the bounce this year, but here tonight, they've run him off the line, and they're finally Kopp making a tough one.
And he's battling Murray right now. Here's the cut, and Perkins lays it in.
Off the ball, Iowa has been so impressive tonight. Multiple times, Tony Perkins, you get caught ball watching. This time it's Jalen Hood-Schifino. Perkins is right by you.
There, Trace Jackson Davis.
Middle post-ups are going to be Indiana's friend right now because it just is so hard to bring the bounce and right on
they
cue.
are getting
Unbelievable.
Cut to death as Perkins slicing and dicing this Indiana defense. He's got 11. Iowa put in 14 field goals, 11 assists in this first half. There's TJD.
Once again, Miller Kopp making something happen off the bounce. This time as a playmaker, dropping it off.
This time Perkins just drove his way to the cup.
It started as Chris Murray, but the more impressive player over the last 6 minutes has been Tony Perkins, and this has been his deal. Last 4 games, 18 points a game, 57% from the field.
He is 6 of 9 here in this first half with 13. Jackson Davis, the reverse, missed it.
He got all the way there. Big time move, blew right by Chris Murray, just not there on the finish.
Murray, yes, for the triple.
A little bit lackadaisical by Jackson Davis. Off the miss layup. You've got to get back. You're guarding Chris Murray. He loses track. And Iowa is putting on an offensive clinic here in the first half. In home games, then you look at what they've been on the road. They haven't been close. They're 60th. Offensive efficiency-wise when they go on the road, but it's been a different story tonight. Iowa making shots and getting whatever they want offensively.
Myron, I know you were listening in on that Indiana huddle. What did Coach Woodson say?
Yeah, Mike Woodson wasn't happy, obviously, and he said, listen, they're blitzing us in transition. We got to control the three-point line. He said, we're not doing anything that we practiced or talked about before the game, really trying to get his team to focus and try to get back into this one, fellas.
Jalen Hood-Schifino, first 2 points of the game.
That'd be the one complaint that you could have about Jalen Hood-Schifino's freshman year, even though it's been fabulous. The lack of consistency at times.
He thought he had a steal. Roger trying to post up Jalen Hood-Schifino. He got it right now. Gets triple team, kicks it back out. Knocked away and stolen. Jackson Davis throws it up for Banks. 4 turnovers for the Hoosiers. Ten on the shot clock. Patrick McCaffrey now working on Banks. And he walked. ESPN and the app.
Michigan, the third team out right now, according to Joe Lunardi, and a lot to play for there. Illinois has lost 3 of 5, would have been 4 of 5. If it wasn't for that comeback, down 18 against Northwestern, coming off a tough loss against Ohio State.
And Jalen Hood-Schifino again with the runner.
He is the master of the mid-range. It's a lost art, but Jalen Hood-Schifino knows how to find it.
It's a 13-point lead. 2:20 until the half. Crossover. Rebraca's asking for it. He's got it. Working on Kopp.
In January.
Double digits in 11 of the last 19 games for Iowa. He's got 8 tonight. Kopp, open 3. Too strong. Hood Schifino pulls it back 2 minutes until the half. Gets downhill, there's the mid-range, and it's good.
Just a pro. I mean, those are pro shots from Jalen Hood Schifino.
6 points now for the freshman. They're working around the perimeter. Under 10 in the shot clock. Rebraca's asking for it, they give it to him. Turns.
They found the mismatch. He had Galloway down there, and it looked like Chris Murray might try to drive the freshman Caleb Banks, but great recognition seeing that Rebraca's got a guard on him.
12th time in the last 20 games, Rebraca's in double figures. He's got 10 already.
Iowa 1.6 points per possession right now.
Halfway to 30. Missed that free throw. Under a minute. Perkins, the screen. Kicks it out. McCaffrey, the triple. Too strong. Another rebound for Trace Jackson Davis. Hood Schifino reverses it, and it goes in.
How many centers in college basketball are grabbing defensive rebounds, starting the break, and dropping dimes like Trace Jackson Davis just did right there?
11-point lead. Now 10 on the clock. Murray. Step back. Too strong. And we head to the locker room with Iowa up 11 on Indiana.
Did not play their best basketball.
What do you got for us, Myron Metcalf?
Well, you're talking to Mike Woodson. He was very disappointed. I haven't seen him this disappointed all season coming into a second half. He said we came out flat, and the only way we're going to turn this thing around is if we get focused on defense again. But he was very upset with his performance, his team performance in that first half, fellas.
That 47 points Indiana gave up in the first half, the most they've allowed in the first half at home since basically November of 2017.
The Iowa Hawkeyes look like the Princeton Tigers tonight.
Yeah, they have with that back cut
everywhere.
Oh my goodness. There's a steal. Trace Jackson Davis tried to get it to Galloway.
Whoa.
Oh, and a steal. Jackson Davis slams it home.
That's a long way for a bounce pass to travel. It's on McCaffrey for throwing it, but Rebraca's got to help him out and come to the ball as well.
And that one went right off of Perkins. And there's a turnover. As Miller Kopp tried to get it inside the Race Thompson. Good defense by McCaffrey.
Well, this is where Iowa has got to get into their press breaker, get some space. They're so close to the baseline.
And Ulis will bring it up. 7 turnovers for Iowa, 6 for Indiana thus far. Here's Miller and Murray. Murray still with the hot hand. He and Perkins had the hot hand in the first half.
Galloway guards him. He's got the size advantage. He can shoot right over the top. Chris Murray having a fabulous night here in Bloomington.
Murray with 18. Jalen Hood, Schifino rises. Thompson, the offensive board, and the putback.
We heard Fran McCaffrey at halftime tell Myron they're going to have to keep Indiana off the offensive glass. Race Thompson just caving his man in and doing work on the glass.
Perkins gets in the lane.
He's living in that painted area.
TJD misses. Rebraca with the board. Here comes Perkins again.
Look Look at the way he is physically just controlling this game.
And hits Ulis, who knocks down the triple.
He's got Galloway on his back, and there's just no way for Trey Galloway to get back up underneath. That forces the help to come over, and Aaron Ulis making a big-time shot from the left corner.
A junior out of Chi-Town. 15-point lead. Galloway, did he travel? He did. Drag that foot. Iowa's knocked down 9 threes in this game. They knocked down 17 against Michigan State. The spin by Murray, the foul, count it.
He smelled blood in the water. This thing is right back out to 17.
Third on Thompson. Murray misses the free throw. He's got 20. Here comes the double. Cop. The hood Shafino. Step back three. Short. Into Rebraca, who lays it in with the left hand.
What a screen by Philip Rebraca. I mean, he's laying wood out there. Defender goes down, and Perkins once again facilitating off the dribble.
Iowa on a 9-0 run here over the last 90 seconds. Galloway, the runner, runs off the rim. McCaffrey pulls it down. Here comes Perkins. Ulis looking inside to Rebraca.
He's got that mismatch again.
They double him. He'll work it around the perimeter. Ulis driving, ball fake, lost it. Banks took it away. Banks, Euro stepping, missed his shot. Here's Murray. Oh, drives right to the cup. Chris Murray with 22.
He is operating at a high level right now, and this Iowa offense, this has just been a clinic offensively by the Hawkeyes.
Third in the Big Ten, had 30 against Indiana in January. Myron with more.
Yeah, Chris said a lot of people see Fran McCaffrey and some of the antics and the stare downs and maybe the combative personality with the officials, but he said he's just passionate about defending his players, and that's what they get from him. That's what they see from him.
It's every night in this league, you never know what's going to happen, and we've got 15, 18 left to go, but so far it's been all Iowa.
Indiana's largest deficit, 24 against Kansas this season. Tried to get that one to Banks. 5 on the shot clock. Galloway, and he's fouled.
And those two guys had a huge impact on winning that game, but it just, everything seems so hard for Indiana right now. And this is certainly one of those letdown type performances. Now they can remedy it over the next 15 minutes, but quick turnaround off an emotional win Saturday, and they just have not had the juice tonight.
15 minutes left in this game. You know, Iowa started 5 of 5 from the field to begin this game. They've begun the second half here 6 of 6.
They are just ISOing Chris Murray.
Thanks to this guy, and it continues to school the Hoosiers.
Miller Kopp is an improved defender, but I just don't think he is a match. That's a great play by Fran McCaffrey, clearing out the side and telling Chris, go to work.
With your left hand.
They are just not guarding Caleb Banks, and they're giving that up. Look at how they are just sagging in on Trace Jackson Davis's drive.
Here's Ulis. Into Rebraca. Spins. Ball fake and got it.
He is so improved. I mean, you're looking at a guy that's 4th in the Big Ten in field goal percentage, and he's going at one of the best defenders in this league and just scoring right over the top with his left.
Jalen Hood, Shafino misses. Indiana's last field goal came at 18:35 here in the second half.
It's the same play. Here we go.
Murray. This time on Kopp. Now 5 on the shot clock. Into Rebraca. Working on Kopp. No good. Another rebound for Trace Jackson Davis. He's now 1 away from the all-time record. Hangs, and he'll go to the line.
There's the hang time. Almost scored it, but earned a trip to the foul line. 4 of 31 from 3.
Just 1 of 2 from the line for Trace Jackson Davis. Ulis. They'll set a double screen for Murray. Step back 3. Short. Rebraca comes flying in and grabs it as well.
He just has not been the same physically since. You know, he's back here and he's given a great effort, but it's not the same Race Thompson that we saw before the knee injury.
How about that cut?
You think about the Big Ten tournament game last year.
Yeah.
When Bohannon shot, the comeback earlier in this season, they just have not solved the riddle that is the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I was looking for their 4th straight victory over Indiana. It would be their longest streak since 2010, 2011. Oh, Shafino,
wow,
and then the block by Murray.
Unbelievable play by Chris Murray.
Good dive in by Hood Shafino, but Murray was right there to deny him.
There's not many times where you're in this building in Assembly Hall and there's zero juice, but there is zero juice here right now. And rightfully so, because Iowa has been fantastic.
Sanford, too strong. Indiana has missed their last 7 shots. Jackson Davis inside, and Malik Renew.
Connor McCaffrey coming over to post trap, and just no one home on that weak side. Tony Perkins a little bit late to the party.
21-point lead. Here's Murray. In the lane. Good defense by Trace Jackson
Nice job
Davis.
by Miller Kopp, too, sitting on that spin, coming back to the left. He's had a phenomenal career, and statistically, he's going to go down as one of the best players to ever play here in Bloomington, and I think it's fair to say the only thing left for him to do in his time here is win. In the NCAA tournament, certainly a chance, at least coming into this game, to still win the Big Ten, but that's fading fast, and Iowa continues to just get whatever they want.
Peyton Sanford knocks down the 3. I mean, Iowa just cannot miss.
This has been a team that has gone through the coldest of ice ages on the road over the last month or so, but it was from the jump tonight. I mean, Iowa came out, set the tone early, got up 8-2, and they have never looked back.
They have hit 10 3-pointers. %58 from distance, made 17 against Michigan State.
This is their splits home and away for the year. I mean, they are as jarring as any team you'll look at. But this is not applicable tonight because it's been a totally different story.
It really has. I mean, you look at the big 3 for them, Perkins and Rebraca and Murray, 24, 14, and 16 by those guys. Perkins with 16 with the rock right now.
Josh Agumile getting some time here. He's played 4 minutes since December.
Patrick McCaffrey. He suffered from anxiety. Been away from the team for a while. He has it with 5. Perkins cuts and will go to the line.
We're going to get an instructional video. Tony Perkins off the ball because he is open all the time. I mean, the back cuts, the curl cuts, unbelievable.
C.J. Gunn commits that foul. Both free throws are good for Perkins. He's got 18 now. This is the largest deficit of the season for Indiana at 25.
It's not a good foul. Just putting Trace Jackson-Davis at the line, not making him run clock. Gundele getting an opportunity here. It's just keep that thing moving if you're the Iowa Hawkeyes.
TJD now with 20. Look to get the steal from Josh Dix. They get it. C.J. Gunn shot blocked, but the follow is good by Jackson Davis.
You could see Hutchefino was just sizing up Josh Dix the whole way down the floor, and no surprise, Connor McCaffrey, Aaron Eulis checking into the game.
(22 and 10). Trace Jackson Davis.
Oh, look up.
Gunn run out. He lays it in. Lead is 19.
This is an interesting lineup on the floor. Tony Perkins is going to have to be the guy. He's got to make something happen.
He heard you. Step back. Perkins. Short.
I think Iowa's got to get this out. I don't like the lineup that they've got out there. This building can get going and weird things can happen.
Renew. Jump hook. No. Gundele with the rebound. Here's Sanford. To Perkins.
Another back cut. Unbelievable.
To the basket. Three-time team captain, Tony Perkins. Hutchefino. This shot too strong. Eulis pulls the board down to Perkins.
They're in that tandem 2-3, and even though they're screening Perkins, the other top guy is just going under and meeting the ball handler on the other side.
Here's Perkins.
Another rebound.
Another rebound.
The recipient, we talked about it earlier, good chance he could find himself with a triple-double.
How about Eulis? Blue pass. Hutchefino missed the layup. The triple by Galloway. And there's just a lid on that rim.
Indiana went 7 of 15 from 3 at Purdue. Seemed like they just made every timely three they took, whether it was Kopp, Galloway, whoever.
Here's Sanford to McCaffrey into Rebraca. With 5 going to work on TJD. Sanford, the 3. Yes!
If you're Malik Renew, what are you doing? You're guarding a guy that wants to let it go from 3. The ball goes in. You've got to close out with a sense of urgency. Instead, Peyton Sanford just splashes it.
He's got 12. Jackson Davis banks in his 24th point.
something that he's done more of here lately. He's gone over that left shoulder, still shot it with his left hand, but it's making defenses have to honor that side of the floor for him.
Murray's going to check back in as well for Iowa.
Not letting him get that shot off.
Gunn inside. Jackson Davis reverses it, lays it in.
He is so comfortable operating on that baseline. Gets on that block. You've got to be aware he could spin on you.
Now you got to get stops if you're the Hoosiers.
Iowa content to bleed clock. They're going to run this thing all the way down. Just can't turn it over. That's a bad foul. He's missed like 5 free throws. 2 of them didn't count. Lane violations on Saturday, but between then and now.
Jackson Davis. And Perkins. 2 rebounds, 2 assists away from a triple-double. Gunn, another foul. Perkins will go back to the line. That'll be the 4th on C.J. Gunn. 1-1 for Tony Perkins.
It's played 5 minutes, so to have 4 fouls is kind of impressive, actually.
Here's the parents of Tony Perkins. They got to be proud.
Absolutely.
Made the hour drive from Indy.
This is a game that has to loom large for Tony Perkins, much like the Purdue game in West Lafayette. When you're an Indianapolis kid, you get to come home and play in front of your friends and family.
And you put on a performance like this.
That's what you're looking for.
Inside the Renew, who lays it in. A little high-low action.
It just feels like Indiana doesn't even believe they can come back. It felt like Iowa believed last weekend, and you don't get that vibe here right now.
Iowa trailed Indiana by 21 when they won in January by 2. Here's Sanford, throws it up, the follow by Rebraca, though.
Every hustle play has seemingly gone the way of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They have put on a clinic in every facet tonight.
Trace Jackson Davis lowers that shoulder. Numbers for the Hawkeyes.
Smart right there by Tony Perkins. Pull it out, run this clock.
Now we're under 4 minutes. Sanford open. It's short though. Hood-Schifino blocked again by Murray.
Murray's length just allows him to stay in plays. It looks like he has no chance to be in.
Here's Murray. They have missed everything. And a block. A few choice words for Earl Walton. It's been a frustrated night And look at Peyton Sanford. He's like, hey, team up,
He's
team
thinking
up.
3 points for me.
Yeah.
Get my numbers up.
Myron, I know you're listening in on that Indiana huddle, right?
I mean, Mike Woodson obviously frustrated. Earlier today he said about the treatment of Fran McCaffrey and the stare down not getting a tee. He said he feels like he's still treated like a rookie, even in his second season, because he came from the NBA, hoping he can get more respect from the officiating.
The stats. Rosie, how about Damian Lillard?
It's not real. 71 points is ridiculous.
The three, no good. Perkins grabs the board. Now we're just one away from his.
That's 10.
That is 10.
That is 10.
Now he just needs
Double-double.
2 assists from a triple-double. By the way, in case you're wondering, here's Indiana.
The Mastodons at the top.
We'll call it a night. Had 8 points tonight. Perkins, though, 23 for him.
Great game. Regardless of triple-double or not. Came home and did his thing.
He did. So Iowa still without a player who put up a triple-double in the game. Here's Murray. Oh, there's the cut by Sanford, and he missed the bunny. Baseline cut by Sanford, and he missed it.
I think it's safe to say that Indiana's going to be working on some ball you man stuff.
Yes,
here.
I think so.
Just the lost guys off the ball. A recipe for success come March.
Murray drives, hangs, missed the shot, got it back though.
How different would things be had that comeback against Michigan State not happen, and then you're staring down this type of road game? And instead, you've got crazy momentum off that win, and they've just carried it on.
And Peyton Sanford blows a kiss to the crowd. And they're going to team up.
Oh, man. That will end Peyton's night.
Peyton Sanford with the kiss.
Okay. You can stack these quad one wins, and road wins are gold when you look at resumes.
And Trace Jackson Davis, the only Hoosier in double figures. Left in this game, in Iowa, a minute away from their 4th straight win over Indiana.
Finally, that road woes that they've had shooting the ball, kiss those goodbye.
Yes. Dick knocks down the triple. This is their first visit here to Assembly Hall in basically over 2 years. And Banks finally gets him a 3 to go.
This has to feel pretty good for Josh Dix and Caleb Banks. Both those guys haven't scored in 5 and 6 games, so to see one go through, when you're young and you're a freshman, you can get beat down and you start missing shots.
Yeah.
It can be hard to find your way.
So Iowa get their 19th victory of the season. This would be just the 2nd home loss for the Hoosiers here on the season. Chris Murray at 26.